Welcome back to the episode. We are again in front of our little asset room. And let's see if we may have even gotten something unlocked there. What do we got? Oh, look at that. We got some alliance stuff. Anyway, we're going to read all the way through this. We even got more than 8,000. Look at this. The whole bar maxed out 8,000. Maybe we can even reach like 10,000. But that would be a huge surprise. Anyway, we're going to have a little talk on the Normandy. And then we're going to land on the Citadel. Have a little check there. That should pretty much be it. Anyway, let's see what we got over there. The Alliance 6th Fleet. Oh, the whole thing. The Alliance 6th Fleet was traveling through Council space when Earth was invaded. The men and women on board watched helplessly as footage of the devastation rolled in. Their last order from Admiral Hackett was to avoid engagement and lay in reserve. After waiting for so long, the 6th Fleet is eager to finally engage the enemy. Well, they shouldn't overdo it though. So, ex-Cerberus. It's not Cerberus that helps us, no, it's ex-Cerberus. And there we have Miranda Lawson. Miranda Lawson is an ex-Cerberus operative. Cerberus, her intelligence, dedication, and leadership impressed the Illusive Man, who assigned her to head the Lazarus Cell team that brought Shepard back to life. Lawson brings extensive knowledge of the Illusive Man's dealings to the Alliance, and directing them towards several clandestine Cerberus operations. A skilled shot and a gifted biotic, Lawson is as comfortable in a pitched battle as she is in a boardroom. Well, she's not really a gifted biotic. Actually, she is a gifted biotic. Her biotics were gifted to her by her father because of all of this genetic engineering. In this case, the word gifted exactly means that. Something was given to someone by someone else.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
Well, they are as human as the rest of us, aren't we?
Commander, it seems Tali's taking what happened on Horizon hard.
Yeah.
She's in the lounge if you want to check on her.
Tali? Why is it Tali? She's not even related to all of that.
The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their base is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
Now it's all about rage and emotions.
Commander?
Shouldn't be about hate. Let's see. You could use it to fuel your actions, maybe, but don't let it cloud your judgment. Alliance News Network. A new article on the Quarian fleet. From Alliance News Network information partners. Palaven. The Turian hierarchy, one of the most powerful and respected ground forces in the galaxy, are today paying respects to an unlikely ally, the Marines of the Quarian fleet. The weakened immune systems of Quarians normally means their forces are restricted to ships, but when an emergency technical team was required to repair a ground-based comm relay providing vital intel to the Turian military, one Quarian squad stepped up. Commanded by squad leader Karl Rhaegar, the Quarian team repaired the comm system, then sacrificed their lives holding the position until Krogan troops arrived. What? Oh, come on. They can't just kill Karl Rhaegar. When Turian troops offered to provide evac support, Rhaegar refused, insisting they could not risk the relay falling. He said multiple breaches to their exosuits made evacuation impossible. We are all dead anyway, Rhaegar reportedly said. Just make them pay for it. A spokesman for Primarch Victus praised the squad's bravery. Whatever our past politics, today the galaxy stands together against a single threat. Victor said, "We are humbled by the sacrifice of our allies from Rannoch, and we promise to return the honor." This is not how the thing is supposed to go, like. Oh, yeah. Everybody's trying to sacrifice themselves. Which is actually, okay, it's okay if the individual does that and decides this on its own, right? Then it's okay. But taking that and glorifying it as another person also. I mean, they could do this, but it definitely doesn't sound okay, right? Because none of the ones that are still alive and are glorifying that action have anything to do with that sacrifice.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
Well, you start one step at a time until you reach that point. That's basically it. It's like cooking a frog. If you do it instantly, the frog doesn't know does just jump out of the pot. But if you do this slowly, the frog doesn't notice the change until it's too late. Same thing there. They accomplished their goal. Yeah, they kind of did. But anyway.
I don't know how the Illusive Man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
So the prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
People fight differently. That is also kind of... Well, they do fight, but differently you wouldn't really call it that. In this case, the way they can fight is with deception, so they can use that, so it's kind of true. But in this case, humans have not just a basic black and white survival algorithm like machines do. There's a bit more going on, and that influences their action.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I am going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Oh, that is the nicest thing an AI can say. Risking non-functionality for someone. Oh.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, EDI. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, EDI.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good.
Aww.
Commander?
Wait, we got the Decoy Unlocked now. Great.
I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
Yeah?
Hello, Shepard.
Human literature about what? That's really nice. Good. Something Mad Bay and the Decoy. The thing is, the Decoy is an active ability. I mean, we could use that, and it would be really fun seeing multiple Shepards in the battlefield. But no. We pretty much constantly are always about to die, so fortification keeps us from exactly that that end. Oh, and we also got like was it casa fabrication? It could be casa fabrication. Nah, it's shield regeneration. That is, I don't know. I think I got this one. Was it Certa? No. Or maybe another thing with a K. Ceres. Yeah, it was Ceres. Something Ceres. Maybe not the Chester. No, Rosenkopf. Was it this? Was it this? Was it this? So, Ceres is the damage, Rosenkopf is the recharge. But is there anything... Han Kedar? No, that's not it. Ariaka, Armax, Rosenkopf, Ceres, Casa? What was the name? Casa Fabrication. I just don't remember the name of that Volus that warned the human about Sanctuary. Huh. How much recharge can you actually get from that? Any others? No. Oh, look, security helmet. Nice. That's really a security helmet. Alright. So, Sentry, Quashi, Death Staff. Nah, just need more shielding. So, let's see. Anything in the... Yeah, wait a minute. We got ourselves additional weapon. Not the Argus, not the Avenra, Vestron, not the Maddox, but something that looks like it. Also not the Revenant. This one. The Saber. How does this thing work? The damage is pretty decent. Weight is pretty high. But look at the accuracy. That one just goes straight on forward. Everything else just spreads. Fascinating. And the fire rate is also very low. So it's more like a sniper rifle. What is this one? A heavy-duty semi-automatic rifle favored by only the most elite marksmen. The M99 Saber is jokingly referred to as the Big Iron for its sheer stopping power. Each M99 Saber is designed specifically for its owner, making it one of the Alliance's most expensive weapons. And a very interesting one at that. There's the Valkyrie thingy, indicator, particle rifle. Yeah, we don't go for that one. So Shuriken, Tempest, no. The Locust. Yeah, wait a minute. This looks like Cerberus, the Hornet. But Locust looks a little different because of its same coloring than this one. All of them have the same color. It's weird. Anyway, the... Oh, wait a minute. This one is... okay, this one is slightly better than that one. Accuracy is actually very high for a... Yeah, for an SMG. High accuracy is actually something very good. The fire rate is also fairly decent. That's pretty interesting. So what about this one? The Casa Fabrications Model 12 Locust is a compact submachine gun developed for the Alliance, but now favored by gang enforcers and hitmen. Featuring a complex recoil-reducing mechanism and high-grade auto-targeting software, the Locust delivers longer range, more accurate fire than others in its class. Exactly. Pretty interesting thing. But wait a minute. That's not the one, that's not the one. This is also not the... Wait. No, I had the Shurik.
I can't believe the Illusive Man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them.
Nah, don't overdo it with the hate stuff. But the interesting thing is, what would happen if we were to control the Reapers? Then what? What are we gonna do with them? That's the real trend. The thing is, we would inverse the whole utility of the Reapers. The Reapers are going to do their thing, controlling other organisms like the Leviathans are doing. But in this case, we do the complete opposite. But there are less Reapers than there are other organisms. So the usefulness of a Reaper might be fairly low. I mean, it's like having control of a spaceship. Seems a bit weird.
I can't wait to take the fight to the Illusive Man. I wonder what he's thinking right now. You just know he's got a plan.
Maybe he's not thinking at all if he's indoctrinated.
I saw the Crucible data Hackett sent. I don't know what the hell it does, but damn if it isn't impressive. Do you hear that hum? Is that just... Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
There's definitely something humming. And it's not me. But yeah, there's a... that could be the core doing its thing.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
Yeah?
Good to see you, Commander. Good to see you, Commander.
Yeah, everything is kind of alright. And look at this, even more rifles. Nice. So, engineering. Oh wait, yeah, they wanted me to talk with Tali, didn't they? She's the only one, I think.
Breaking now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date. Sanctuary, advertised as a safe haven on the planet Horizon, exposed as a secret Cerberus lab. Brainwashing, lethal experiments, and Reaper connections, the exclusive details next in the battle space. Commander. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Good. So, let's see. What does Javik have to say about that? Maybe he would be okay with the whole...
I wanted to thank you.
I've done something that meets your approval?
Liara told me about your talk with her. It made her feel better.
When we fought the Reapers, the feelings of one soldier did not matter.
But you had decades to become numb to what was happening.
It is the only means of survival.
Maybe. But I don't see how anyone can ignore the things we saw at Sanctuary.
It's easy when you've seen far worse.
I'm sorry you had to.
Your sympathy is not necessary, Quarian. But it is appreciated. Your species always was emotional. We believed it a side effect of your eco-symbiotic society.
Or maybe it's just genuine.
Perhaps.
How many species did the Protheans actually fiddle with? Look at that. They engineered or whatever, lifted up an awful lot of different species through different means. On Mars there was a station, then the Asari got uplifted directly. There might have been something with the Quarians. Maybe even the Solarians were affected by them. It's very interesting that an awful lot of them got played by or with the Protheans. It's really strange. For a race that is more about like making others their serfs. Why even bother with that?
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. Its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
Expected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. Are they the reason you wish to continue living?
Huh, interesting. Yes, they matter most. No, I'm here to kill Reapers. There seems to be a middle option here. Are we here to kill the Reapers? Not necessarily. They are enemies right now. What do they usually do? We check up everything and everyone on the Normandy, so yes.
My crew has become my family. We've stared death in the face more times than I can count. Things like that bind people together in ways I can't really explain.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
I mean, it's like a movie, depending on why you want to watch the movie. So, depends on how it made you feel and if you want to feel it again.
If I had something like this, seeing Earth again, whole, with everyone still alive, that would be worth the pain.
Before the Reapers, the stars belonged to us. Civilization flourished. There was the quasar fortress of the Normandy Vale, the ice canals of Judah IV, the palisades of the Verome Angelic. It was magnificent. But then...
What is it?
The Reapers came. Planet by planet, we were extinguished. We fought back.
Are you okay?
I once commanded a ship like this one. A loyal crew with many friends. Was captured. Only I escaped.
What happened to them?
Indoctrinated. The Reapers sent them against me. Year after year, battle after battle, I was hunted by my own people. Every encounter, a reminder of my failure as a soldier.
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Until the Battle of the Quarian Nebula. I had only my knife left. I cornered my men and slit their throats one by one. I watched them bleed to death to be certain.
That must have been...
It was the day I understood. War is atrocity committed in the name of survival. It is a lesson I wish I had never learned.
Oh, we got Dark Channel, nice. Now this is one of the darker part of the... Like, everything else is more like a... Okay, they do have like a side mission, and you can make them feel good afterwards, and somehow you solve their problems. But this one... That's hard. That's not even just normal PTSD. That's not even normal PTSD. He's not like scared of fighting or anything. He just has seen too much. Oh boy.
The crew seems shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I will spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your Illusive Man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit.
Always sounds weird when you say that. But in the end, who is it that you defeat in this case? Is it the person as it was before? Or is it part of the Reaper, an extension of the machine?
Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will. Commander.
In a way, if you subjugate or control the Reapers, then you end up with, well, the same behavior, just exhibited by different organisms as you would before. Before, it is the Reapers that control everyone else and that try to destroy everything. And afterwards, it's the humans or any other aliens that try to control the Reapers or other species. And maybe even destroy everything. So, the concept is the same. Just flowing in a different direction.
report, Commander. Shepard.
My board is green.
Perfect. So, now where is... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Tali is... can be called for in the cabins, maybe. Alright. Hey, look at that! Finally, someone's at the bar. We can't share any drinks, you know, like, Evo, amino acids and stuff. Dextro amino acids and whatnot.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tali.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
Threw her down through a window, yes.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him, never changed herself to please him.
Oh, is this now getting personal?
Don't me. You sound like a Vorja.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
Wow, now this is a very deep one there. Write that down.
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know.
Here's to Miranda.
Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boschtet. Kila Solai.
Now we know what Boschtet means. Sweet. Is she... Yep. Let's see. Why do we not salute? Nothing else? No. Coffee is still there. Come on, there has to be something special with that coffee, huh? The thing is, we don't even know if it's actually an empty mug. So, we don't know if it's coffee or not. Some people may say, oh, it's a cup of tea or something. But it's just the kind of thing that you want to drink right at the moment, right? Or that you think it usually is. Depending on where you are.
I can't get that place out of my head. The whole thing was so calculated, using hope to lure people to their deaths, or worse. I can't understand it. And you know, I'm glad I can't. It makes me feel human.
Well, stuff like that seems to happen.
Just wondering what the refugees do now.
Finding a new place to refuge to.
I thought I'd heard of everything. Man. Hard to believe what was down there. Commander?
Alright. So, the kind of basic reaction to it all. Anything here? No.
Feeling okay, Commander?
Kind of.
Feeling okay, Commander?
As okay as someone who just got on a huge death camp could be. So, that is so many abilities. Okay, so we got Dark Channel. That is the yeah, it's the plague thing. The persistent damage biotic field. And defense matrix. Yeah, that was the funny thing. A reinforced armor with protective for yeah, that's the no, that's not it. That's not the one. Decoy. There we go. Distract opponents with this decoy. Yeah, that's very descriptive. I would need reassign powers. The thing is, it's just resetting. I don't want to reset it. I want to alter it. How do you get access to that? I think you have to get to the terminal in the cabin, and then you have. No, I don't even know if you can access the abilities through that.
So the Illusive Man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane.
I mean, you can try.
A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the Illusive Man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
That's a very small skull for a lot of names.
So who needs their ass kicked now?
Maybe you should learn a little bit of calligraphy, so... And, actually he does have a very steady hand with all of the sniping, so he might be very good at writing in a very small font.
Thank you for the data packet. The results are available on the information...
terminal, yes.
Network terminal.
Nothing there?
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
Interesting way of describing it. Driven. Like a car. Usually if you are driven, and if you are the car, someone else is holding... Yeah, it's taking control. Very interesting.
Perhaps we can talk later.
So... Anyone dead? Anyone alive? Good. Still the same number. Common information center is there. Let's just check in up here. Our fishies are still happy as best as we can. Probably some of them dead already, but let's see. Squad select. It's just the squad selection. Wait a minute. That's not how that works. Okay. So who am I going to get for the next mission though? I mean, we had James and Ashley. The next thing is extremely Cerberus focused. I need EDI for the shielding. And someone else who's also good at destroying shields. Maybe Garrus. The thing is, if I accept the squad over here, I don't go into the abilities window. Which is the thing that I actually thought of. But no, you can't have access to abilities like that. Only thing you can go to is like in this thing here. You can expand only that little bit of description. But you can't go through every single one of your companions. Which would be very nice. So, let's see. Let's get off of Horizon. So, woo. Okay, was it assault the Illusive Man's base? Yeah, that is the next one. Ninma cluster, Kepler Verge. There are now additional systems around. You look at that. Looks like I am going to do a little bit more scanning. Let's see. This one's over here, this one's over there, this one's over there. 100%. This one is... Can't even go there. It's just empty. There are Reapers in an empty system. Or like in a system inside... Yeah. There are Reapers in systems that don't even exist. Very interesting. Nubian Expanse. I can traverse. Everything down here is already explored, I believe. Yes. Okay, so there are 2 additional systems on the far right there. Kepler Verge and Nubian Expanse. I'm going to check out those 2. Ninmar Cluster, I've scanned multiple times. I know that there's nothing. Kepler Verge, I don't know if that one is new or not. Kind of feels so. Could also be that we are not supposed to... Okay. Junkro. No, okay. We were already on Ontarom. Ontarom was one of the other areas. So this is not yet. Ontarom was a what was the Ontarom thing? An N7 thing. So Kepler Verge was that. Nubian Expanse. What was so special about that? Yeah, Dakka. Of course. Need more Dakka. The Nitra. Cold distant. No, cold. Distance on Nitra has an extremely low density and is thought to be mainly water ice around a small rocky core. It has little to recommend it. Alkonost. Alkonost is a standard ice giant with a methane ammonia atmosphere. It has an unusually strong magnetic field, which is occasionally useful when ships need to discharge their drives. Gamayun. Gamayun is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 6 large icy moons. The outermost one, Gigula, is of note for a well-preserved wreckage of an ancient starship that was recovered by a Turian military surveyor. Little information has been released to the public on the vessel, aside from a scholarly paper regarding how the internal layout suggests a horizontally oriented race. Horizontally oriented? Uh-huh. What's a horizontally oriented race? Weird. Bannock. Bannock is a large superterrestrial hothouse with a crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere. A high average density of over 7 grams per cubic centimeter indicates that Bannock is a mineralogical treasure trove. If only there were some way to safely reach its seas of molten metal and ions of radioactives. The planet's mass is so great that trace amounts of helium and molecular hydrogen can be found in the atmosphere. Pragia. The jungle planet Pragia is overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrially mutated plant species. This, combined with its relatively isolation and lack of population, has made Pragia an occasional base of operations for drug runners, weapon smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy. Sustained habitation on Pragia is extremely difficult, where mutant and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. This is where Jack's prison was, or like the Cerberus base was. The overgrowth. Definitely remember that one. Okay. And there is a fuel station over here.
I found something.
Let's scan it like so. Okay, so what do we get from Pragia? Do we get something cool? Do we got like... Oh, wait. There was another guy on Pragia. I don't know if that one left or not. We did detonate a bomb, though. What do we get? Research data from Pragia. Yeah, nice. That is good. So 50%. That means we got the system. We're going to fuel up later. Let's just get to Kalabash. No, wait a minute. There's a 4th one somewhere very, very far away. Tefnut. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Tefnut is home to a high helium-free collection and the nearest refueling facility to the Nubian Expanse's mass relay. As such, it is a major gateway to the Verge and Terminus systems and has become famous for its hospitality industry. Tefnut's motto is known throughout the galaxy, like home, only better. Visitors here can stay at expensive resort stations, watch locally produced entertainment, buy mind-affecting substances not welcome in Citadel space, and rent companionship. Resources are shipped in from Yamm at substantial discounts, allowing the small space station to have surprising luxuries such as edible arthropods and large amounts of fresh water. Looks like a perfect place to have like a little little vacation. And there is more in that dark space. That's good. So looks like this one has to be scanned and a little bit further away. Now what about this one? Yamm. With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yamm is a habitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile to sapient life. The heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels, ranging from 44 Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon. In the temperate zones, hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans, with winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae, blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are suitable for use as biofuel, and farming the green gold forms the backbone of Yamm's economy. Maybe it's even used on Tefnut.
Signal confirmed.
Yeah, there's something there. And something there. And there's probably... And there they are. Maybe I should have fueled up before that. Alliance Marine Recon Unit? With what? 103rd Marine Division. Okay, a recon unit. I need... That's not good. I need to enter through that part over here. That should do it. The thing is, the Mars is constantly leaving the area. Got it. And go.
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay. Qertassi. I think there really is another one. I just can't see it. Boah, that's huge. Yeah, just turn on and off the sun or something. And it's off. And it's on. Why does it sometimes get deactivated though? Norehsa. Norehsa is an unremarkable methane ammonia ice giant with a small family of ice moons. It is likely that the Qertassi system had additional worlds earlier in its history, but these have been swallowed by the aging giant star. Qertassi is an elderly, metal-poor population 2-star, broadly similar to Arcturus. Alright. Yeah. Don't want to waste too many scans around here. And there's something there. Good.
I found something.
So, a planet and something in the empty. Wonderful. Now, what do we got from this one? And the other side? And there it is. There. Follow the white indicator. Yeah, I know. Alliance Frigate Trafalgar. Law. Or Square. Third Fleet. Now. 50% and a little bit of fuel. 50? Okay, that's a slap in the face. Yep. 38% is the last one. We started with 16% after the first 50 on Dakka. And if you add 16 on that, you kind of reach 99%, which should be the completion of the whole system. thought there would be something else here, though. 100%? Okay, 100. And there's nothing else hidden here. Alright. I think I got it. Let's just, leave this? Yeah, 100%. Perfect. Perfect. Woo! We got even more backing in the ballroom and everywhere else. Kepler Verge. Was it always called Kepler Verge? Huh. Of course it's Horsehead Nebula. Maybe the next one will be in Anos Basin or something like that. That's the one of the... No, okay, Shadow Sea is one that's also opened up. Oh, wait. No, it's 100%. Is there anything else that's somewhat clouded? No. Ready. I don't need to fuel up anymore, so let's just get to the Citadel. And before we land on it... we're going to check our inventories. So, and I'm going on, also going to check my ore assets and
Commander Shepard.
yeah, then there's also this intel that we got. So, something third fleet and 103rd fleet or something? So, in the alliances, this one, the Marine Division. Nicknamed the Bridge Burners. Team Zeta are combat engineers. Nope. Alliance Marine Reconnaissance Unit flies recon drones and occasionally puts live recon teams into play. Amru works hard to ensure information is up to date using VIs to disseminate intel as quickly as possible. Biotic students from Grissom. No, we got those ones as well. Shepard's interview with Diana. No. Huh. Grissom Academy have joined the 103rd Division as a support unit. The students focus on biotics? No. Maybe it's the Amru thing. Nicknamed the Bridge Burners, known renowned for their tenacity, infamous in their enthusiasm. Nope. What was the one that I found first? Nairobi? I know that Trafalgar. The Trafalgar was in the middle of an engine overhaul when a Cerberus flotilla engaged it in a firefight. Barely escaping an auxiliary power, its crew later finished upgrading the ship in record time after meeting Alliance forces. Wonderful. The Alliance is almost as much as all of the other aliens combined. No, wait a minute. Aliens that are not standard... that don't have a standard position on the Council. Turians and Asari and Solarians. They kind of get a slightly different treatment. So, let's get back to the crew deck and get that intel sorted.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the data you...
So, research data from Pragia. Data on experimental gene therapies was buried in the ruins of the Pragia research facility. While most gene therapies takes years to show results, Pragia scientists discovered a way to shorten the process. 2 intact sample vials have been recovered from the facility. The only limiting factor is that no more than 1 such therapy can be applied per 10-month period without causing serious nerve damage to the recipient. Yeah, I just want to limit it. But we can heal, can't we? Oh yeah, look at that. Power damage and power cooldown. Oh, it's like one of the other power thingies that we got. What did I decide on this one? I kind of wanted to even it out, so that have an even amount of recharge, an even amount of damage, and an even amount of shielding, I believe it was. But there's something missing now, kind of. What are the updates that I have here? Why does it say none? Whatever. So we have like health. Whoa. We have health. Why do we have health? That's weird. Where's the health come from? Maybe it was health or damage or like some other kind of thing. Whatever. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we're just gonna go for more damage. More damage, more good. Let's do this one. Spam the powers anyway.
Covered, Commander.
Thanks for coming by.
Always. So onwards. Onwards. Is Tali still... Was it this one? Yep, still over here. The thing is, how long does it take until they switch locations? Because you can't just fly willy-nilly through the galaxy and expect nothing to happen. What you do need is at least one main mission, or like one mission where you'll go from the ship and land somewhere. And maybe they are somewhere different once I am on the Citadel though. But yeah, have to check on that one later. We have nothing more in the codexes, which is quite nice. Alright, and we're gonna have a little shore leave in the next episode. So, like and subscribe, of course, as usual, and ta-ta!